My fingers just keep going round and round, round and round. Hey, it's Maryam. Today I wanted to do a spring makeup look. I wanted to create something that was more light and fresh and not so made up, even though you have makeup on. So for spring I wanted to create something with lavender and lighter colors. I wasn't sure exactly where I was going with it though, but then it just kind of came together and I was feeling it at the end, but I wanted to do something with lavender colors, and so here is the makeup look. If you like to watch it, keep on watching. What? No. Let's get started. I have some eyebrows now. I usually draw my eyebrows in, but I have them now because I went out to have breakfast with Eric, and I always take my eyebrows with me. Draw my eyebrows on whenever I go out. So, oh, I got an itch. So that's why I have those on. Usually I do my whole face and then I put on my eyebrows, but this time we just did the eyebrows, okay? So I'm gonna start it by putting on a primer. This is called No Filter Primer by Pure Cosmetics. I'm just gonna do this because I'm being too lazy. I don't have the patience to put it on my fingers. I'm just gonna dab it around. It kind of has a luminosity to it, which I like. I like anything that's luminous, so as long as it doesn't make my skin look dry, I use it. As far as blurring out goes, I'm not sure how much it really is blurring out. I'm not really sure. Now what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I always use a pore minimizer for the skin, and if you have large pores, I do recommend you using some sort of pore minimizer. Today I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. So I'm going to put that where I have enlarged pores. Right around my nose, and I do a little bit on my nose too. I try to kind of put it on this area where I have the most texture to kind of smooth things out. Since we're doing a spring look, I'm going to use lighter shades and maybe some peachy ones. I don't know where this is going actually. I was looking for inspiration, but then I thought I'm just going to wing it because it's not very nice of me, but I know. For this time, I'm going to use the Becca foundation, but hold on, I just remembered that I don't have any oils around me because I need to mix this with some oil. This is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream, and it's a little bit too thick for my skin, so I am going to get my oil really quick. I don't see it anywhere. Nope, it's not here. What I'm going to do is put a pump on my hand. Oh my gosh, what happened to this thing? I think it's because I haven't used it for a while. It's become, yikes. It's pretty thick. It's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna add some of this No Filter primer to it. See if I can dilute it down. And since it has some reflective properties in it, I'm just gonna mix it on the back of my hand. I know you're supposed to use a tray, but I'm being so lazy today. I'm just gonna do it like this and mix it with that primer, see what happens. We're experimenting on camera, so let's see if it actually did anything. I feel like it did dilute it a little bit. This foundation, by the way, I forgot that it dries so fast, so put this on one half of the face first before, because it is very matte and dries really quickly. Let's just dab a little bit on the forehead. And I think I bought this in the summertime. The color is a little bit darker than I am used to wearing now, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna highlight with my under eyes with some Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. This is the old package. I think this is the old package, I don't remember, but Yeah, this is the old package, but I've had this for a while and I haven't used it too much, so I want to just empty this out before I crack open another one. But I'm just mixing two colors, a light one and a tan and a medium, to kind of get the right color. And I'm just gonna dab a little bit right under. I don't know what happened. I've been sleeping okay, but it seems like the under eyes circles are still pretty bad. I'm gonna take this brush. This is the Heavenly Luxe brush from It Cosmetics, which I love. I'm gonna use this to just kind of smooth out any parts that didn't get blended under my eyes. I'm already looking at, you know, to get inspired for spring makeup ideas. I do like the fall colors though. I love the darker shades. I'm probably gonna still be putting those on because I just love those colors. Even though a lot of women in their 40s and over, they tend to steer away from darker colors and a lot of colors on the eyes. I really love color, so I like using a lot of color on my eyes and things like that. I like experimenting, and you know, I think it's fun. I think it's really fun. Makeup is supposed to be fun. Okay, so for this look, I am going to use this Makeup Forever palette that I've had for a while. I never used this color in the winter time or fall, and I love using it for spring. It's just a really pretty kind of lilac color. The eyeshadow palette is called Palette 9 Artist Shadow, and I don't know which edition it is. I don't know if these were editions or not, but I know that there's 3-4 of these. This area, my eyes are getting a little bit more hooded right here. The skin is not as taut, and so I feel like I always need to put something there to give dimension to the eyes, because I feel like if I don't, and especially if I put light color eyeshadow, it just doesn't look good on me. So I would use something like this, like a taupey kind of crease shade. This is what I'm gonna use. This one is by Z Palette. This is their eyeshadows. It's called Unum Color Collection, and it's the color is Busky. I like this kind of color for the crease. It's neutral, it's subtle, and you can build it up. And just blend out the harsh edges, just kind of blend it out all over here. Now I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow base. I like using some sort of a base to make the eyeshadow last longer. Let me see. I'm going to use this cut crease. It's a Sigma cut crease brush, and this one is a new one to me. This one is actually supposed to make your eyeshadow brighter. I usually use the skin tone base, but this time I'm going to use this one to brighten that purple a little bit more. And I'm kind of carving my eyelid out. It's kind of like a half kind of cut crease, if you will. So it kind of cleans the base, so when you put your eyeshadow on it, it looks nice and bold and saturated. It looks cleaner this way. And just blend out the edges. You can even tap it with your fingers. Now I'm gonna take this color right here. This beautiful color, it's called, they never name their shadows. They always give it a number. It's D236. It's a really pretty lavender shade. Tap your brush, pat it onto your eyelid, right where you have your base. I was thinking about doing one color, but now I'm thinking I want to layer more colors on top because I just feel like this is very cool tone for my skin tone. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of warmth to it by using this shadow here on top. Just kind of, I'm going to start a little bit and then see what happens. I mean, I don't know, it just feels a little too cool to me and I'm just not liking that. Let's see, I think I like that more. I feel like that color kind of added to this. It's not as cool anymore. Even though it is cool, it's not as blue, you know what I mean? So I think I like that a lot more. I'm gonna deepen the color, the crease, using a little bit of this, I think just the tiniest bit. And I'm gonna use a very small brush because I don't wanna make it too dark. Just tap a little bit on this. And I'm just gonna do the outer V. I don't wanna get everything dark because we're still trying to do the spring look, makeup look. So I'm just touching the V, outer V, just to carve it out a little bit. Felt like it was too flat. You see how flat this is? I feel like this kind of brings in everything, the look together. It's all about how you like your eye look too. It's about making it work for your eye shape. So always keep that in mind. Whatever works for your eye shape, always go for that. I mean, it's nice to follow someone else, but sometimes what looks good on someone else's eyes won't necessarily look good on your eyes. So you have to always keep that in mind and just try different things and see what looks good. For the inner corner, I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow. This is color, what's this color? It's called Girl Talk. It's a really pretty pale color and I feel like it kind of goes with what I have going on here. It's a really pretty, I'm going to use this for my inner corners to brighten up this eye look. All right, and then I'm going to put some of that lavender color on the bottom lash line. And I rarely put lashes on. I mean, I do put false lashes on, but only when I'm going out for special occasions or evenings. I don't use it on a daily basis. I don't use it on a daily basis, so I'm not going to use false lashes, but you can go ahead and do that if you like that. I'm going to use this one, Cover FX powder, which is my favorite powder to use for under eyes. Tap it off because I don't want too much powder. I'm just going to start from here. I just love this powder so much. It really, really works perfectly under the eyes. I'll just do it on my T-zone too because that's where I get oily. I am going to use this Tarteist mascara, and it's a little bit dry. I don't know why it's a little too dry. Maybe I waited too long to open it. I had it probably for about 6 months before I opened the package, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference with the formula unless it was an old one that I received, or not received, but I got. You know, for some reason, maybe it was sitting in the store for a long time or something. I don't know. But it seems like it's a little bit dry. The formula feels drier to me. I don't know. Do you have this? If you have this mascara, and let me know in the comments below if it's dry to you too, because for some reason I feel like it's way too dry. I like the mascaras to be a little bit wet because then over time, as I keep using it, it thickens and it becomes the perfect formula, I feel. But the ones that are too thick dry out faster, and I feel like this is one of those that will dry faster because it's a drier formula and it doesn't go on as smooth. See, after 3 coats, finally it's coming to life. Okay, now let's get to the face because I didn't do anything on my face. So let's just do that. We are going to, okay, so I don't contour as much anymore. I like only doing a little bit of very light contouring with powder. I don't do the cream contour in the daytime at all, and sometimes at night if I really want to contour, but I'm trying to keep it so it looks more natural, and I feel like contouring is kind of out. So I'm gonna use this blush that it came with. I'm gonna just kind of swirl this around so it's not too pink, and I'm just gonna put it right here on top of my cheekbone. Very lightly, because I don't want to get too pink. Just want to add a little bit of rosy tone to my cheeks, my forehead, just on the edges, my temple area. And then let's do some glow, okay? We need some glow in our lives here. I'm gonna use the Becca, this is the opal. Just gonna put 3 dots, or maybe 2 dots, and blend it in with my very dry beauty blender, which I'm not going to use. I'm just going to use a foundation brush to blend it out because I don't have my beauty blender dampened. So I'm just going to run this here and here. Just going to pat, pat, pat. You can even use your fingers. I might even do that actually because it just works really well with the fingers too. So you just get a tiny little bit of shine without looking greasy. We're trying to avoid the look of greasiness. And then I'm going to run this over my brows. This is the 3D Brow Tone by Benefit. I'm just going to put this right here. It adds a little dimension and it covers my gray brows, which, yes, we do have gray brows now. We got a couple of them here and there, and it is not cute. It's not cute. It's making my eyebrows look like they're disappearing even more. So this really helps cover that up, cover up the gray and make it one tone, and it adds dimension. For the lips, I'm going to use something different. It's kind of like a lip balm. It's a Korean brand. It's called Kiss Button Lips. It's by Eco Soul, and you just kind of press it and this kind of color comes out, but you can kind of pat it onto your lips so it doesn't become this color. It's kind of actually really pretty. Okay. When I put this on, I just kind of, oh, water's so loud. When I put this on, I just kind of pat it into the center of my lips and just blend it with my fingers. It adds a little bit of sheer color to my lips, but because I have very thin lips, I have to draw in my lips a little bit. So I am going to do that because my lips just are disappearing. So I'm going to use this nude shade. This is a Milani lip liner, and it's called True Instant Color number 4. You can put the lip liner on first and then dab in the color. I did it the other way around. Either way, it works. So I feel like now I have more definition on the lips, and it doesn't look like my lips are fading into nothing. So this is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this spring tutorial, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!